What's up, guys? Welcome back to the career mode. And last episode we continued our beaten run and we made it all the way to transfer deadline day, and I decided to finish it in this episode. And I basically bought no one after the signing of John Paul Bochis, I think. I decided not to sign anyone. I don't really need anyone at the moment, I don't think. But because our next game was a cup game at home to Walsall, I decided to rotate the team around a little bit and go straight into this game. Walsall did have the first chance though. They managed to break down my defence somehow. My defence was just all over the place, but the keeper managed to make a good save. I had Shay Given in the goal for this one, as he is my cup keeper. But although we were playing a League 1 side, I believe, they weren't that bad. They did actually create a few chances. As you can see there, that one just narrowly went over the bar. But the superior team that we were actually going to create chances, but cleverly here lost the ball but won it back and passed through a Bonglahor, laid it off the Bochis, who had a weak shot at the end and made it easy for the keeper. But Walsall again were pounding my defence really. They had more chances in the first half, but a Bonglahor received the ball from quite deep and used his pace to break away from the defence right before half time, and as he was in on goal, the keeper managed to put off a really nice save and tap it over the bar. And that was it for the first half. I honestly should have been playing better against a team like this, but it was still 0-0, and Walsall were doing actually a pretty good job of keeping me out, and I was actually lucky to still be in the game in a way. But we actually got a little lucky ball through there, but they eventually managed to scramble it clear. And again, they were still on the attack. They weren't afraid to go forward, even though they were the underdog, and they had a shot there that was luckily blocked by my defender, but nothing came from the corner. But a true ball here to Bochis just set him free past all the defence, and he lined up the shot, but I probably should have actually sweated that ball across the box just to confirm the goal, but I didn't. I guess I'm a gentleman in that way. But anyway, we had a corner there that was cleared off the line, but at the last minute then, Benteke, who I'd brought on to try get us a goal, passed it to Vyman, who I also brought on. He managed to wriggle space and have a shot, but Bonglahor was there to steer it in, and the last minute winner against Walsall. So even though we won, it's not really acceptable. We probably should have beaten a team like this anyway, but it's still a decent result, I suppose. We're into the next round of the cup, that's all that matters. The scoreline doesn't really matter as long as it's the result that counts. So next we had a really tough game against Arsenal, which would obviously be a tough one because they are Arsenal, and Arsenal are quite good in this game, I believe. But we went straight into the first half, and in the first minute, straight from tip-off, Niang managed to sprint, but there was no space there. Laid it back to Benteke. Benteke dribbled it, I don't know what that was, but eventually we played some three really nice passes and Benteke was able to score, put us up 1-0 after 2 minutes. We won the best goals I've scored with the team so far, but they did get a corner which was played short to Mertesacker for some reason, and a shot that actually I don't know how it didn't go in. They probably should have scored that. But we received the ball in the middle and played a nice over the top through ball to Benteke, who ran through, and as I tried to take around the keeper, Chesney absolutely flattened me and we won a penalty. And that really should have been a sending off, but it doesn't bother me none, because Benteke was only going to put this one spot down the middle, power it down the middle and make it 2-0, 27 minutes gone. And again, we were playing so much better than the last game with Benteke back in the starting lineup, and Bochis had an effort there that could have put us 3-0 up with only half an hour gone or something like that, which would have been amazing. But that was it for the first half. We were 2-0, looking very comfortable. But then again, this was Arsenal and they had the ability to come back. As you can see here, they managed to get the ball in, but my defence just struggled to deal with it, and Cazorla was there to steer in the second ball really. So Arsenal were right back in this game, which scared me a little bit. But straight from the tip-off, Bochis took it by Diaby, who absolutely clattered him, and that was actually his second yellow. And as you can see above the scoreboard already, it was a sending off, and Diaby was sent off at 50th minute. So I knew we had to take advantage of them being 10 men down. So Bochis got down this wing, doing a nice little bit of skill, cutting inside. He just ran with it, and eventually found some space, but we lost it, but it fell back to him, and Bochis had the shot, but Chesney made a nice save. But as you can see there, the foul by Chambers, and as above the scoreboard again, he was sent off for that foul right as I shot, which I didn't actually see it at the time, so I was shocked, but as I watched the replay, it was definitely a penalty. But Benteke was going to step up and do this again. I wasn't going to go down the middle, so I put it to the right, just finessed it in, and that was pretty much game over. So what result this was going to be, but Arsenal were actually doing well for 9 men down. They did still create some chances, but my defence was able to block them all. But in the last few minutes here, in actually injury time, we managed to wriggle free here on the wing, pass it back to Westwood, who got on the ball, passed it, but it was blocked, and somehow we managed to get it through there, and Chesney absolutely took out my defender, and I'm just like, oh, that has to be a penalty, ref. But for some reason we got given the free kick, which I decided to put Kieran Richardson on. It doesn't matter if we didn't get the penalty or not, this game was pretty much over. But Richardson came very close, even though we have basically no free kick takers. But right in the last minute, only 2 seconds literally after that free kick, my keeper just made a horrible mistake. Well, I made the horrible mistake of giving it to Musa Sow, who just wasn't going to miss that. But it didn't matter at all, seeing as we won 3-2 in the end. So our good run continues, and I wonder how long we can hold it, especially with a team like Aston Villa. Come towards the end of the video now. Like I say, thanks for watching, and bye.